Hey friends, welcome to another video from just outside the garage. Today we are checking out this FORWODE double bike hitch mounted rack. Now you can find this rack on Amazon at a really decent budget price compared to some of the higher end racks that have a very similar upright design like this. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, how you mount your bike, and we're going to do a little bit of a review to see if it's worth your money. So let's get a basic overview of the rack. If you're looking for the installation video, we actually have another one of those on our channel that you can find. We walk you through setting it up, getting it installed, all that kind of good stuff. Now, starting from the top, as you can see, we have two of these hook systems that go down on your top tube of your bike. You pick your slide height by sliding it down. It'll lock into place on top of the top tube, and then you can use this lock to keep things in place, preventing theft. Now, this is a plastic piece, so over time this is definitely going to wear out. The higher end racks would have something that has kind of a metal configuration that is going to last obviously a lot longer, but again, we're looking at a budget rack. Now, moving down, we have our two bars that move out and allow for a lot of adjustability with the cups that your wheels sit on. Now, all of this is made of solid metal. It has some really decent machining on some of this stuff that allows the rack to fold up or back down. The cups feel nice. They're made of a metal so they can support your wheel really decently. And then you have these straps that go around your rim to hold things in place. Now, this is where I think things break down just a touch. You do have a little rubber piece that will stick right in the middle to offer a little bit of protection against your rim, but the rest of this is just kind of plastic. It's a lower end ratchet system here. I think over time this is going to break down. So again, this is a piece that may need to be upgraded in the future. As you can see, this is highly adjustable based off of your wheel length. All you need to do is loosen up these wheels, slide this to where it fits correctly for your wheel size, and then go ahead and lock everything down into place. Again, this is pretty tight on there, but again, this may offer a little bit of sliding after a long road trip, potentially a lot of shaking. Now, the piece that fits inside your hitch is really solid. You can see it's a nice big piece of metal. I'm shaking this, and as you can see, it really offers the ability to tighten within that hitch receiver. This is a 2-inch hitch, by the way. And the way you tighten things down is with this little ratchet system down here. It actually works fairly well with expanding two metal pieces so that everything fits really tightly in your hitch. It also includes this lock, which is really nice to avoid theft. Now, obviously you can see this has a pretty wide footprint. That's not something you want to travel around with all the time. So this really does offer a nice way of collapsing down a bit. Basically, we have a little button here that we push in, and then the arm collapses into the flat position. As you see, you push it out, and then that ball will pop out at the other position point here. And then we can lift up this little lever right here. And what's going to happen is these two pegs will move in, and we can slide it up into this top position, just like that. And now we have a really nice slimmer profile. Obviously you can't have bikes on this configuration, but it does save some space. So let me show you how to mount the bike on the rack. Today we're using my wife's size medium Trek Marlin. Now, this is a 29er bike, but it has a very similar geometry to most medium-sized bikes. So basically, with the straps undone on the cups down here, we're just gonna pick up the bike and we're gonna slide it right on into place. It should fit right over the cups. Again, you'll have to adjust these a little bit to fit your specific bike. We're then gonna tape this top bracket, and we're just gonna push down until it rests up against that top tube. So we're then gonna use this ratchet strap to cover the rim and tighten things down. You can see I can just feed it down into that bottom piece there. We do wanna make sure this rubber bit stays right over the rim. Again, that's just gonna add a little bit of protection. Then we can cinch that down. You may wanna adjust your wheel slightly so that this isn't rubbing up against any spokes. And you can see that's nice and tight on there. Let's do the same thing over here to the front. We'll then come back up top here to this hook, and I like to just press this down nice and tight, and that'll just make sure everything stays nice and tight as we're traveling. Now, as you can see, I'll kind of shake the tire here. If everything's in correctly, it shouldn't move around on you. It should be pretty tight. Now, obviously, if you have a second bike, you can mount that on the back here. You usually want to do that first, and you want to do it opposite so that the handlebars aren't bumping into each other as it's mounted. Okay, so let's give this a shake test to see how it would do kind of on rougher roads. Again, down here at the bottom, I'm pleasantly surprised with how sturdy this is. It really does lock into place really nicely, and it doesn't wiggle around. So that, in my opinion, is really good. Up here is a little bit different, and again, you're gonna get this with most racks, but if I take this top piece and I move it around, you can definitely see that on shakier, maybe dirt roads, gravel roads, fire roads, if you're going back to a trail, you're definitely gonna get some shaking. That being said, it doesn't look like the bike is coming loose too much. You can see it moving a bit underneath here. That may just be a matter of cinching this down a little bit further. So, overall thoughts. Would I take this on a really long bike road trip? Probably not. I just wouldn't trust it over a really long distance due to the weak points that I did point out. But for somebody who's looking for a rack to get from their home to their local trails, I think this could be really good, especially because it has that really nice budget price point. So there you go. That is the 2-bike hitch-mounted rack by FORWODE. Again, you can get it right on Amazon. We'll put links in the description box below. Hopefully this video has helped. If it has, give us a thumbs up. Stay tuned. We got a bunch more videos like this, checking out bike products as well as all sorts of other things to make your life just a little bit easier. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one.